All right, first things first. All right, these babies are actually pretty clean little engines. Let's see if I can get us a little bit closer here. I'm gonna remove the cover just so that we can get access to this with a wrench. We're gonna make sure we can vent some of the oil out here. Right there and right there. I'm gonna go get I think this is a 32 millimeter. So I'll go get a 32 millimeter. We'll take this out. This is where the oil filter is. So we're gonna vent that as well. So all the oil goes down to the engine. Or rather, down to the oil pan. It was a 32, look at that. All right, break this loose. And now we know that air is going to be flowing in there. It's going to be allowing everything to drain down. Kind of let that sit for a second, drain all the oil out. So now we're going to go ahead and inspect this. We're looking for anything, metal shavings, anything like that. To be honest, it's looking pretty good. Some dirt, some grime. It's all pretty normal. The key thing is there's nothing shiny, no glitter. No glitter is in the filter. That's great. All right, so got back from the parts store. Got 5 weight 40 for the car, and we got a new oil filter here. Look at that. It also comes with a new O-ring for the oil filter cap, or whatever you want to call it. The cover. So we'll take the old O-ring off, put the new one on, and I got a little pick I'll use to do that. These are the best O-ring picks I've ever had. So they got this weird shape to it, and I'll show you why. Because check this out. So you got a little spot right here to put the pick in. Come on, focus. There we go. So you put the pick in underneath, and it just kind of wraps around it. You can pull it out. It's a lot easier if I'm not trying to show a camera, but that's pretty sick, yeah? Best O-ring pick ever. All right, we'll put the new O-ring on. And remember, before you actually tighten everything up to the car, you're gonna wanna apply oil to the edge of this to make it, one, so it seals well, and two, I guess there's actually 3 reasons. 1, seals well. 2, it doesn't get brittle. And 3, makes it so it's not sticky when you undo it later to change your oil afterwards. Stick our oil filter in there. A little bit of oil on my finger here. Kind of paint it on there. Again, it's just to make sure it's lubed up for when you undo it later. If this wasn't upside down, if you stuck the oil filter on this way, I would say pour oil in it as well. So for other vehicles where the oil filter screws up into the engine instead of down to the engine, you can actually fill it up with oil, and it just makes it so you're not going to be low oil pressure when you first start your car after an oil change. Go ahead and tighten this on. Again, you're not going crazy tight here. Literally just kind of hand tight. It's just a lot of thread here. There we go. It's tight. This might be controversial. My wife has a rear main seal leak. Very, very, very slight. It's less than half a quart over a 3-month period of oil loss. You end up with just a small drip that I have to clean off every once in a while. And so this, apparently, according to O'Reilly's, is pretty good. So let's give it a shot. All right, now for the oil. All right, so this stuff here actually says to let it run through the engine for 2 days to stop the rear main seal leak. And so what I'm going to actually do is I'm not going to do the full oil change because I don't want to leave this in there for a long time. I don't necessarily know that it's going to work. So, and I don't know if it's going to do damage over time. And so what I'm going to do is leave it in there just long enough to do the work that it says it's supposed to do, and then I'll do the full oil change next weekend. So with that being said, let's go ahead and check the oil level. Put a half quart in there and 8 ounces of that rear main sealer. Looks like we're good. So I think we're going to call it good from here. And I'll start her up, make sure that the oil pressure and everything looks normal, and that there's no warning lights or anything for this. Get the engine cover on. There we go. Easy peasy. That's tight, that's tight, that's tight. Everything's good there. While I have everything open, let's check her coolant levels. I did check this just a few days ago and everything was fine, but might as well while we're already in here. It's looking good. You probably, yeah, I think you see it there. They're good to go. We could also just see it on the side as well for the record, but I wanted to see the color of it as well. Okay, nice and tight. Good to go. And I'll start her up. My wife said it's in her purse, so we'll just carry her whole purse to the car here and start her up. Well, now it says oil change now, and obviously the door is open and the hood is open, which it doesn't like. But okay, and she's low on fuel. But other than that, it looks like the oil pressure light is now gone, and I think we're good to go there. So again, I'm gonna let this baby run cycle, let her drive it for a week, and the next weekend we will do the full oil change.